Cupcakes are one of the most popular dessert recipes, so today we thought it might be fun to pit two worst recipes against each other and see which one is actually the worst. So starting out with Food Network, we have a 1.5-star recipe called Vegetable and Fruit Kugel Cupcakes. It involves an awful lot of grated fruit and vegetables, so I guess we better get started on that. Let's start with the apple.
You grating that apple or making apple juice?
A little bit of both. I don't know, I think I did great. Alright, these are all getting mixed together anyway, so I'm just gonna keep going. Carrots. Alright, now that I've made a huge mess, I think we're ready to move on. The really nice thing about this recipe is everything goes in this bowl all at once, so that's exciting. Grated apples, grated carrots, and grated sweet potato. Now some margarine, and salt beef. Oh my gosh! Salt beef! No, he's okay, it's okay, Selfie's okay. Baking soda. And this is an interesting ingredient. We have some matzo meal. I had to make this myself because I couldn't find it in a grocery store anywhere, and we looked. Cinnamon, nutmeg. Now to my surprise, that's it. There's no sugar in here, and that's unusual for a cupcake. Let's mix. Alright, so I guess that goes into the cupcake tins?
Is it just me, or do these seem closer to muffins than cupcakes?
Oh, definitely. They do not even smell like a cupcake. Almost like a carrot cake, if anything. That made a lot less than the recipe said, but maybe that's a good thing. Nothing left to do but bake them. While those other cupcakes are in the oven, we're going to move over to Allrecipes for another 1.5-star recipe called The Best Chocolate Cupcakes Ever. I don't know if I believe that. Forgive my skepticism. Let's start off with the dry ingredients. Some flour, cocoa powder, white sugar.
Wow. Is there more sugar than flour?
Same amount. We're making the best cupcakes. They've got to be really sweet, right?
Right.
Now a little baking powder. And we're gonna mix those together. Alright, moving on to the wet ingredients. Butter. Oop, it's actually margarine, my mistake. You know what other ingredient most worst recipes have in common?
What's that?
Water.
Oh no.
Not hot water for the cocoa, just regular water. So for context, we're making the full recipe this time, and I'll tell you why. Because it calls for half an egg. Half of an egg. It made me half an egg. Ugh. The thought of quartering an egg was just too much for me. Now for a component that's usually missing from worst recipes, but in this case, it's excessive. Vanilla extract. 1, 2, 3, and a half. This is like the precursor to the tumbler vanilla extract cake, and I don't like it. All right, let's go.
Yum.
Now personally, I would have gone for melted margarine, not softened in this case, but it is what it is. Time to see how this is all coming together. All right, it says to beat this into the dry ingredients. Let's try.
Aww.
That is putrid.
I know it's fine, it just looks really bad.
Is it fine though? I'm not so sure.
This is fine.
Oh no. It specifically told me to beat this, but I feel like a spoon might be better. Best cupcakes ever, they said. I see it. Half an egg, they said. It'll be enough moisture. Honestly, I am not entirely sure I can even make this into a cupcake at this point. You know we're in a bad way when I'm having to knead a cupcake dough with my hands. This is a first. But I think we've got something we can use now, sort of. This stuff feels super gritty and firm, but I'm gonna try to get it into cupcake tins. Here goes something. All right, a smooth half dozen. Not so smooth because they're hella grainy. But wait, there's more. You're supposed to jam Hershey Kisses in there. Couldn't find the large ones, so the small ones will have to do. Time for the oven. So obviously these don't look that appetizing, but they didn't really rise at all. Who knows, maybe they taste great. These are rock hard. Rock hard. Oh, there we go. Nothing left to do but give it a taste.
It's time for the face-off.
So initial thoughts.
This looks like some sort of weird power bite. This looks like a space rock. I guess we're just gonna have to dig in and find out.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's try this cupcake. I have so much to say about this. It is like mashed potato mushy.
Ugh.
It's very salty / baking powdery.
Gross.
And it's not very sweet at all. Like, I don't know what is going on here, but it's not what it says it is. Oh, I know what it is. It's an abomination.
So, does it deserve 1.5 stars?
I think it deserves 0, maybe 1.
Oh, It's like mushy, salty applesauce, kinda.
It's so bad.
It's terrible. That is awful.
Time to try this space rock of a cupcake. Let's see if Allrecipes is gonna take the cake.
Aw. That crunch.
This is not a good cupcake, but it's a half decent brownie.
It definitely looks more like a brownie, aside from the shape of it.
Like, it's pretty soft and chewy at the bottom. It's pretty hard on top.
It's kind of overly sweet, but also bland and very chewy.
I think we should have left this guy on the moon.
That has no place on Earth.
So both of these had a rating of 1.5 stars. I'm gonna re-rate these. This one is like a 0.5, but maybe a 1 star to be generous. This one, I think it deserves a little more. I'm gonna give it 2 stars.
Wow, that's very generous.
Allrecipe wins.
Woohoo!
They took the cake.
There you go. It's an oldie, but a goodie.
Let's not go too far. It might be an oldie, but let's not jump to conclusions. The best of the worst is still the worst.
Alright, I agree with your rating. I would probably give that 1 star still, because I literally had to knead it by hand when it was supposed to be poured into cupcakes. But overall, it's not the worst thing I've had.
Let me be clear. My expectations are super low. I don't recommend anyone bake either of these. Okay, thanks for watching all the way to the end. Let us know what you thought down in the comments, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.